Hey, good morning, guys. It's Donald and
Mary.
all right, guys, man. Good morning, and we're here to bring you your morning weather and water report. And so Mary's going to take it away from here. It's like February 26th,
Yes, sir.
2025, guys. We're creeping up at the end of the month, man. There's only 28 days in this month. So, all right, Mary, go ahead and take it away.
Thank you, Donald.
You're welcome.
Good morning, everybody. Right now in Blairsville, it is 32 degrees and it's clear outside. We're going to have a high today of 74, so it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. We're going to have plenty of sunshine. And then tonight, 47, it will be clear to partly cloudy. Up on Blood Mountain today, high of 63 degrees, more sunshine. So anybody that's summiting Blood Mountain today, chances are really good you're going to get that fantastic view up there. And then the winds will be 5 miles per hour. Tonight, it will be 47 degrees, mostly clear, with winds between 5 and 10 and gusts up to 20 miles per hour. Water is great on the trail still after all the weather that we've had. So there's not going to be some huge water carries just yet, but water is great. So now, Donald, what would you like to speak of today?
Well, let's start with the registry. And so the AT
Yeah, the AT through hike registry.
AT through registry at the ATC. So today, as of 2/26/2025, Nobo, we have 1,758 people. It's gone up 23 since yesterday. And so we're jumping up fast. 94, excuse me, it's the same as yesterday, 94. Well, 90. And then the Sobo hikers, we're looking at 4. And so it has not changed. This is for when you go to the registry, you click on match 2025 and boom, these are the numbers that pop up. And so that's what we have going on for the through hike registry. Kickoff, boom, we're almost there, guys. 2 days, man. 2 days, and the kickoff is the kickoff party. The AT Gateway will be starting down at Amicalola, and there'll be vendors and lots of old, new, middle-aged, whatever. Everyone from everywhere, all over the world, come here to see this and to hike and to see their friends off or their kids or mothers, brothers, sisters, whatever. They're here. And so that is going to be on 2/28 through 3/2. So February 28th, the match 2nd at Amicalola, there'll be the hiker kickoff. The Neil Gap kickoff is going to be March 1st. I'm not sure what time that starts.
Is it 9 a.m.? 11 a.m.
11 a.m. Yes. Okay. And then we're going to talk about some USFS roads because now we have hikers rolling through, and there are people that have walked through here in the past, and they're probably telling people that the road is open in March. And I want to go ahead and say right now that that is not set in stone by USFS or the government. So April 1st is the first date that they actually should be opening the gates. But I want to say this, Mary and I, as some know, we've been here for a long time watching this, man. And they started to open that gate years ago, earlier, because of an incident that happened way back. And what happened is a bunch of dudes rolled up through, dudes and dudettes, man, rolled up past mile 75 in their shorts and ultralight stuff. And a freak snowstorm came, and everyone started to call 911 and SOSing. And so, as you know, as you know, they had to go. They can't just ignore an SOS or a 911, so they had to go up in there. And so now, if all the stars and planets align right, they will open that road up earlier. It just depends. And so right now, people are starting to move up through there. We're informing people that get in our car that road is closed right now. So from mile 75 to 107, Blue Ridge Gap here in Georgia, to mile 107, Rock Gap up there in Franklin, North Carolina, is closed. You can't get to them, man. You have to walk. and the USFS roads can be up to 9 miles from some spots, 10 miles, and so down to USFS. And so be aware of that, guys. Don't send your cold weather stuff home. Don't think that you're just going to get out of there. It's 6 miles from mile 85 to get to the gate, or 5 miles or so to get to the gate down the dirt road. It is USFS 71. And when you get to mile 85, you can walk that road all the way to the first gate. But it's 5 or 6 miles. It's 5 miles, I think. Five
It
and a
is
half or
5.
something.
Yeah.
5 miles. And so you can also take the Kimsey Creek Trail out of there, which will take you over by Rock Gap Standing Indian Campground over there over to USFS 67, I believe.
Yes.
And that's the road that goes out to Albert Mountain, Moody Gap, Betty Creek,
Yep.
miles 98 to 100. And so that road is closed, but the Kimsey Creek Trail will bring you out right there at the trailhead, right where the gate is on this side of it. And so we can pull up and scoop you up. And it's 4.5 miles from mile 85 Deep Gap to get to the main road down the trail. Probably be easier to walk the road, but that's just my that's my knowledge on it.
Right.
And so, but that's what you have going on up there for the USFS.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be tricked into thinking that they're open March and the roll up through without resupply or anything, man. Don't do that. Be prepared to walk to 107. It could be open. It might not. We will keep everyone updated as March.
Right. When we know,
Yeah.
everybody else will know, because we like to keep everybody up to date and informed.
And we'll know ASAP, because people will call us and say, or we'll be up there, whatever, man. Someone will tell us. So, or we'll be up there. So, or I'll send Jordan on a scouting trip and see what's going on. Or we'll take a scouting trip.
That's right.
Rainbow Road isn't open anymore, so I wanted to go down there. There's a house down in there, man. It's like so Deep Gap, Rainbow Road's right here, and it cuts. Man, there's some drop offs like 200 feet down, man, straight like on the road. Puck your butthole right on, man, tight. But man, there's a house down in there with a waterfall falling through, and that's super cool. But the road's blocked off now. We like to go down there. Well, I like to drive that stuff, man. Not the steep cliff stuff, but the well, we both do. But the waterfall house. All right, so let's move on to this right here. Yesterday, guys. This is some trail chatter. Yesterday, I got a phone call from a person, and she was coming down off of Tesnity and super freaked out, man. There's a guy out here, man, that really just was really weird. Asked her to, so she stopped at Baggs Creek at the water hole there. And Baggs Creek is about 3 or 4 miles before Tesnity. And so I could be wrong on the mileage too,
Right.
but
Give or take.
yeah. And so it's Baggs Creek. And so it's the water hole there, man. And she got down in there, and there was a dude there. And I guess this guy was like really just saying some stuff that was making her feel uncomfortable and uneasy, and saying stuff like, we can set our tents up next to each other and start a fire right here in the middle of them, and blah, 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 blah. It was just really just some weird shit, man. And she calls me up, and she's frantic, and the signal is bad, so it's like crackling up. So I start texting her, and I didn't get the full story till she got down to town. So I sent Jordan out immediately. Luckily, he was coming back from Wally World and grabbing some water and stuff for the house, man. And he just got done with the ride, cruising through town, stopped at Walmart, picked our stuff. I called him up and I said, bro, you need to get up the hog pen real quick, man. I don't know what's going on, but anyways, we got up there, got her down to town. When she went into get a hotel room or pay for the hotel room or rent a hotel room, whatever she went to the Seasons, and she told Linda at the front desk. Linda called Colleen or texted Colleen. Colleen texted me while I was talking to the I was like, hold on. And so I actually contacted a person I know out here that's a ridge runner, and told them the incident that happened, what's going on, the guy's name. So hold on. So she told me the story. I got it on text last night, the straight story. Just so happens that a girl that I know was at Baggs Creek and like gave her a hint to get out of there. So while she was at Baggs Creek, another girl came down and I know her, and we've actually helped her on her through Ann Pinhoti hike.
Okay.
And so she rolled down in, and the other girl was there, and the guy, and like the girl was like, giving her hints to get out of there, man. And so I went ahead and contacted a ridge runner and told them of the incident, told them what was going on, the names and stuff, man, and who, I didn't say any of the customers' names. That's all anonymous. But and this person I don't think is trying to be anonymous because they're telling everyone. But I don't know about just blasting people before. I just be aware that there is a dude out here right now, man, and he's making people feel uncomfortable. His name, he's going by the trail name of Coach.
Okay.
Yeah. And so the thing is, guys, is like throughout the years, it's hard to balance what's people, they say stuff and other people take it a certain way, and you know what I mean? It could be almost harmless, but it's not. If
could almost be like a hey, let's hang out type of thing and camp together. But then if you're made
I don't know either one of them.
Right. So it's hard to judge.
Right.
Yes.
All we can do is be aware that someone was feeling a certain way, and there was another person there, saying, "Hey, man, just get out of here, man. This isn't right. Something's not right here. It doesn't feel right."
Always go with your gut.
That's right. And for us, man, we've been here since. We've seen it all from Sovereign and Stronghold, and just there's been a lot of stuff that's happened out here. It's just multiple things throughout the years that we have seen. And like when you've seen all this, and I call it the dark side of the trail, it's the stuff that you just don't see and hear a lot of, man. You only hear it once in a while, but when you're out here all the time doing stuff, man, you're talking to everyone, you hear everything, see everything, you become part of it. And so throughout the years, man, we've seen and heard things, man. And it's like, what do you do with it? Do you hold on to it, or do you warn the community that, hey, man, this might be happening, man? And so we've come to, it's like you got to balance it. I want to say that we are telling people this so you are aware, not to like point fingers, and I want to make it clear that I know neither one of them. I only have a story from a person, and they were really scared, like really scared. And when I asked Jordan, what he thought of it, he felt like it was really, it's serious, dude. Like this woman was seriously scared. And so that's where I go back to like, what do you do with it? And so what we're going to do with it is we're going to tell people to be aware of a dude named Coach that's possibly, saying rude stuff, being weird. Just be cautious of it. I'm not trying to point fingers. I want to make that clear.
That's right.
So, but I don't want to be the dude that just like holds back information that can actually also keep us safe. So that's kind of how I want to.
I think that's a very good way to put it out there. We're not accusing, pointing fingers or anything, because like you said, we don't know either one of them.
Correct.
But it's always great to be aware out here every single day and night in every situation. There's a lot of people out here, and everybody is different. So one encounter for someone might be totally different for somebody else. So it's not a judging, pointing fingers. It's just like, hey, this is what's up.
Yeah,
everybody's aware and informed, and then people can make their own decisions if they encounter whomever it is that we're speaking about at the time. But they already have the awareness to just be cautious, just in case.
Exactly, man. And so this goes, I want to use this as an example. Earlier in 2024, we had a hiker calling us, and she was super scared. She was at Hawk Mountain Shelter, and she ended up calling us at like 3:34 in the morning, man, and needed an immediate extraction. So we went down, and she left all her gear there, every bit of it, her her medications, everything were there, because this guy was doing weird stuff, man, like looking over her shoulder while she's eating, asking her what she has for food, just all kinds of just weird things, man, and making a lot of like noises in the shelter, which really creeped her out. She set her tent up out back by the bear box, man, at Hawk Mountain. It's set out back, like the shelter's here, and then out back is her stuff. Well, Mary went down in and picked her up, man, and then Jordan and I went down and spoke to the dude, actually, and got her stuff, retrieved her gear and stuff, man. And so we brought her over to Mickey D with Rick met her. So, man, right. It was just a huge, like, it just happened so that Rick Dix was at McDonald's and saw the rider or the hiker, man, that was waiting for, I think, her friend or something, dude. Yes. We were going down in the woods, and she was going to another shuttle, and blah, blah, blah. You know, it was just there was a lot of stuff going on, man. But this woman was really creeped out by this guy. When I got down in those woods, man, I walked up to the shelter, man. The guy was there, and he's like, "Hey, man, what's going on?" I said, "Well, hey, dude, what's going on, man?" I said, "I'm here to pick up some stuff." And so I walked out back and grabbed the items, and I walked back out and I talked to him. We gave him some food and stuff, man, and just asked him some questions. And then I had some other friends that were hiking through, man, and they actually kept me up to speed on what was going on. And that dude actually disappeared when the family rolled in later in the day after Jordan and I had been there. A family rolled in, and then another hiker rolled in that we were talking to, man, and he actually told me that dude was gone by the time the family got there, because the family was talking about him too. And so I don't know what was up there either, but people just do creepy shit, man. And women, I totally understand it, man. I would be creeped out. I've been creeped out by people on the trail.
Yes,
so
most definitely. So yeah.
And there are people that we will, like that dude down at Shell Station with the two kids, bro, that you wouldn't get away from. And this guy tried to get into our car, and I was like, "Bro, you're not getting in the car, dude." He was like a meth head. And then so he was harassing the two kids, and the two kids got in the car, man, and they're like, "This dude won't like leave us alone and stuff, man." And it's like, yeah, he's going to leave you alone, bro, man. Because these are just two little kids, man. So we ended up taking them to Barefoot, man. And they went in and rented a place. And the guy ended up there. And I think he messed with them a little bit, didn't he, or something? Or
he was kind of obnoxious while he was there. The young men told me that he was drinking a lot.
I think he's doing meth, too.
I believe there was meth. And also that when he was there, and I don't know how this was, he could have said this to them or whomever, he was using a card to pay for his stay and everything that he was using, and it was not in his name. So, you never know in those situations. And, so they did manage to extract themselves from him. I remember the first day I showed up to get one of the young men to take them. I think it was to Amicalola the first time, and he came out and he tried to talk to me and get a ride. And then when I, went back to the other guy, well, you spoke with him that next day, but the young man that I took over to Amicalola, and then eventually the other young man I took to Springer, they did both tell me that he did try to attach himself to each one of their rides to go. And of course, we weren't going to let that happen because I was already done with the situation, and so were you. So that's what they both told me separately.
Yeah. And so that stuff happens out here, man. This time of year, man, like, there'll be weirdos out here. Definitely, man. So just be aware of it, guys. And what happens is a lot of homeless people and stuff, man, they just find this trail, man. People talk about it. They see it online. And then they find out that they can steal backpacks and food sacks and hit the hiker boxes and just strip them dry of all the food and stuff, man. It's you know what I mean? It's a free-for-all. And if they dress up a little bit and play a little bit of the game, and they'll say stuff like, these are one of the tricks that we were played this way too by one of these type of hikers, but they will say that they have a package coming and they're waiting for it to hit a town, and then you'll get to town, they'll be like, "Oh, it didn't show up, next town." And they'll just keep leeching stuff off you and borrowing and borrowing and borrowing until finally you're just like, "What the hell, dude?" And then they'll just move to the next person. And then they'll move to the next person. And you'll start to hear it on trail.
Mhm.
And then people will be like, no, man. And then, the new people that they can trick, dude, into, that's
Yep.
how it works out here,
It
man.
is.
And so be very aware of that, man. There is definitely that going out here.
Mhm.
But anyways, guys, I want to make sure that everyone knows that we are not pointing fingers, but
Mhm.
be aware that there is a dude out here that is weirding women out. And so he was at Bags Creek last night. The Ridge Runners are aware of it. So we're all aware of it. And I want to make everyone else aware of it. So,
That's right.
all right, guys, that all being said, is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, I'm good for the day. But right
Okay,
now, at
sweet,
least
man.
I'll have more later.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of shuttles today.
Mhm.
Jordan's down helping Nemo and Atlanta do some stuff, and then he'll be back up here to take care of some other stuff for us, man. And man, we're getting a little bit closer to blast off time, guys.
Mhm.
Man, we're trying to get a little bit of rest in, but my phone's banging hard.
That's right.
Anyways, guys, man, you good?
I'm good. Thank
Sweet.
you.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for supporting Mary and I. One love, guys. Have a great day. Peace. Thanks.